Okay, we are live streaming. I'm going to call the meeting to order. At this time, I'd like to remind council, municipal staff, and members of the public in attendance that this electronic public meeting is being live streamed to the public. A video recording of this meeting will be available to the public on the township's YouTube account. Physical attendance of the public at this meeting is restricted due to the COVID-19 pandemic. I'd like to thank the applicants for their patience and understanding of the need to organize this meeting through the use of technology. The municipality has made every effort to ensure all affected property owners were informed and are able to participate in this planning process. And with that, I will turn it over to Sue to read the note.
One of the purposes of the Planning Act is to provide for planning processes that are open, accessible, timely, and efficient. Accordingly, all written submissions, documents, correspondence, emails, or other communications, including your name and address, form part of the public record and will be disclosed, made available by the municipality to such persons as the municipality sees fit, including anyone requesting such information. Accordingly, in providing such information, you shall be deemed to have consented to its use and disclosure as part of the planning process.
Thank you. The purpose is to hear persons' comments in regards to a request for a minor variance with respect to the provisions of zoning bylaw number 2006-26 as amended. The application was made by the applicant owners, Stanislaw Anthony Pawlowski and Elizabeth Gabriela Pawlowski, file number MVA-2021-01. And Silas, if I could have you take us through this, please.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Yes, this is an application for a minor variance by the applicants. So with respect to the construction of a garage, item number 2.2 is an email dated June the 22nd, 2021, timed at 9:51 a.m. And then there's another subsequent email, 2.3, the same day, but it was sent at 10:48 a.m. And it explains in detail what the reason for the request for the minor variance and the difficulties that are being encountered with this construction project. So I will move on to item number 3. The nature and extent of the relief being sought for from the provisions of zoning bylaw number 2026-26 as amended is to allow for the reduction of the front yard depth minimum requirements from limited service residential LSR pursuant to section 7.2 bracket D bracket close of zoning bylaw number 2006-26 as amended from 7.5 meters, which is 24.61 feet, to 4.572 meters, which is 15 feet, to allow for the construction of a 53.54 square meter or 576 square foot 24 by 24 garage. I will now move on to item number 4, report on the application and notice. 4.1, the notice of application and public meeting were sent out to all affected property owners within 60 meters or 200 feet of the subject application and to all public bodies as required on June the 30th, 2021. Item 4.2, notice was posted on the subject property on June the 30th, 2021. And as you notice, the dates, the reason the application didn't come before council sooner was because of the recess that council had during the month of July, and we couldn't bring it to that special meeting that we had because I didn't have enough time to give the correct notice. So that is the reason for the delay for bringing the actual meeting to council. Item number 5. Notice to public bodies, written responses and or telephone messages. I did not receive any on this application. Item number 6, written comments. There were none. Item number 7, verbal report on general or telephone inquiries, notes and attendances at the municipal office. There were none. I will hand it over to you. Just before I move on to that, I just want to brief council that this isn't the first time that a minor variance has been requested for such a development. I think 2 doors down, we had the same situation where somebody wanted to construct a garage, but they were restricted because of the power line that bisects these properties. And the other thing that I was going to mention, this is on Wadsworth Lake, which is a highly sensitive lake. Normally, we do zoning bylaw amendments, but in this case, it's outside the 30-meter setback from Wadsworth Lake, so therefore it can fall into the minor variance category. So just a brief explanation to you, to everyone, and I'll hand it over to you, Madam Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Are there any oral or written presentations by those in attendance? I guess not, because no one else is in attendance this morning. So we'll move to questions, discussion by council, or in other words, the Committee of Adjustment. Any questions from the Committee of Adjustment? Okay, Councillor Poplinski.
Thanks, Mayor Love. I have no questions, but I will comment that I did visit the site. I'm familiar with that end of the property, and as Silas mentioned, there's no implications for the water quality itself, and I think it would add nicely to what they're doing, and I would have absolutely no objections to this application.
Okay, thank you. Is there any other questions or discussion by council? Okay, seeing none, I guess we will move to the evaluation questions. And Silas, you would like us to respond to each of the questions with an
Yes.
affirmative or negative, correct?
Yes, please.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
I will move on then. Item 10.1, the Committee of Adjustment must consider 4 tests when reviewing a minor variance application. These tests are provided in section 45(1) of the Planning Act. And this is where I will require council or committee's response to each question that I ask. The first one, the variance is minor.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Item number 2, the variance is desirable for the appropriate development or use of the land, building, or structure. And thank you to Councillor Poplinski for attending on site, and he can vouch for where the development is going and whether it's in keeping. So I need a yes or no answer from committee, please.
Okay, yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Thank you. Item number 3, the general intent and purpose of the zoning bylaw is maintained.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. And number 4, the general intent and purpose of the official plan is maintained.
Yes.
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 Thank you very much. So therefore, the application meets the 4 tests, and we can then proceed to item number 11.
Okay, and Sue, would you read the notification, please?
Copy of the decision of the committee will be sent to the applicant and to each person who appeared in person or by counsel at the hearing and who has filed with the Secretary Treasurer a written request for notice of the decision. If you wish to be notified of the decision of the Committee of Adjustment for the Township of Madawaska Valley, in respect of this application, you must submit a written request to the Secretary Treasurer of the Committee of Adjustment for the Township of Madawaska Valley. If a person or public body would otherwise have an ability to appeal the decision of the Committee of Adjustment to the Ontario Land Tribunal, but the person or public body does not make oral submissions at a public meeting or make written submissions to the Township of Madawaska Valley before the decision is passed, the person or public body is not entitled to appeal the decision. If a person or public body does not make oral submissions at a public meeting or make written submissions to the Township of Madawaska Valley before the decision is made by the Committee of Adjustment, the person or public body may not be added as a party to the hearing of an appeal before the Ontario Land Tribunal unless, in the opinion of the tribunal, there are reasonable grounds.
Okay, thank you. So I need a mover to grant application MVA-2021-01. Could I get a mover, please? Moved by Councillor Bromwich, seconded by Councillor Wilmer. Is there any discussion on this motion? Seeing none, all those in favor? And that's carried. The sorry, the decision is that the application should be granted.
Thank you.
And, okay, is there anything further we need then, Mr. Lerbetsky?
Just one thing, I will need the decision signed by all members of the committee. So we'll have to arrange somehow to get that done. I don't know if maybe Andy could take it to you, Mayor Love, and to Councillor Poplinski, and then maybe the other three gentlemen could pop in at the office if that works for you.
Okay, yes, or
But-
I will be in on Thursday to sign the bylaws. So if that works, I can sign on Thursday as well.
Okay, that would work as well. So yeah, we'll see how it works, because I know these folks are anxious to get a building permit for this, and there is a 20-day appeal period. So because of the delay in July that we had, I'd like to expedite it as quickly as I can. So yeah, I just will leave the 20-day appeal period blank until everyone has signed, and then I'll put in the date where the 20-day appeal period will run. So thank you very much, everyone.
Okay, thank you. And with that, the meeting is closed.